Let's be real. AI is completely changing the game for how we write code. I mean, what felt like sci-fi just a few years ago is now a must-have in every developer's toolbox. So in this explainer, we're going to cut through all the noise and give you the real deal, the top 5 AI coding assistants you absolutely have to know about for 2025. But before we dive in, let's just get the big elephant in the room question out of the way. You know the one. Is this tidal wave of AI going to put human coders out of a job? The short answer? No way, not even close. See, this isn't about replacing developers. It's about giving them superpowers. You got to think of it more like a partnership, one that lets programmers build bigger, better, and way faster than ever before. So what does this whole AI partnership actually look like day to day? Well, it means you can pretty much say goodbye to all the tedious, soul-crushing parts of the job. You know, like hunting for that one missing semicolon for an hour, or writing the same boilerplate code over and over again. These tools can even spin up the entire skeleton of an app from just a single sentence.
Okay, let's get a clear definition here. An AI coding assistant is basically software that's designed to help you at every single stage of development. From the moment you type that first line of code to squashing that last super annoying bug, and even, get this, making sense of a massive tangled project that just got dropped on your lap.
All right, the stage is set. Time for the main event. Let's kick off our countdown of the top 5 AI coding assistants for 2025, starting, of course, with number 5.
Coming in at number 5 is
Real
a powerhouse, especially for a huge, and I mean huge, group of developers out there, Amazon Code Whisperer.
So what makes Code Whisperer so special? It's all about focus. If you are a developer who lives and breathes in the Amazon Web Services ecosystem, this is going to be your new best friend. It doesn't just know about AWS services, it speaks AWS fluently. And maybe most importantly, it has security scans built right in, helping you write safer code from the very start. And sliding into the number 4 spot is a tool that just takes ease of use to a whole other level, Replit Ghostwriter. The magic of Ghostwriter is how simple it is. It's absolutely perfect for students, solo devs, or really anyone who just has an idea and wants to build it now. Since it's all in your browser, there's zero setup, no installs, no configuration. You can literally go from a random thought to a working app without opening a single other program. Honestly, it feels less like a piece of software and more like this tireless coding buddy who's always ready to go 24/7 whenever inspiration hits. Okay, time to level up. Our next couple of tools aren't just sitting on the sidelines. They're like power-ups that plug directly into your main coding environment, your IDE, becoming a totally seamless part of your daily workflow. At number 3, we have a tool that calls itself the very first AI native code editor, Cursor AI. I want you to imagine the intelligence of something like ChatGPT, but it's living right there inside your code editor. Cursor does so much more than just complete your sentences. It can unravel a super complex bug by tracing it across a dozen different files. It can clean up and refactor a whole messy section of code with one command. And it can even act like a tour guide when you're looking at a brand new code base for the first time. And this, right here, is the game changer. You're not just getting a link to some forum post and hoping for the best. You can ask a direct question about your code in real time. Like, why is my API failing right now? And it gives you a specific, actionable fix. That's the leap from a vague suggestion to a real solution. And man, is that a huge productivity boost. And now for our runner-up. This is the one that really pushed AI code completion into the mainstream. And it just keeps setting the bar higher and higher, GitHub Copilot, especially its next-gen version, Copilot X. So just how big of an impact are we talking about here? Well, to really get what Copilot's done for the industry, you just need to remember one number, 50%. That's the potential amount of time developers can get back in their day just by using GitHub Copilot. It suggests not just single lines, but entire functions in blocks of code. It keeps developers in that state of flow, letting them focus on solving the really hard problems instead of trying to remember the exact syntax for the 100th time. And here we are, the top of a list. And for our number 1 spot, we're actually doing something a little different. It's a tie. Because frankly, these two behemoths have evolved way beyond being simple chatbots. They're now full-blown, can't live without them developer platforms. That's right, our number 1 spot is shared by the advanced models of ChatGPT and Google Gemini.
Look, these tools are not just for writing a little Python script anymore. We are talking about a totally new class of partnership. Both ChatGPT and Gemini are now smart enough to handle high-level architectural work. You can brainstorm an entire application with them, tell them to hunt down a bug that's hidden across 10 different files, and then, when it's all done, ask them to write the professional documentation for you. They're both at the top because they're both redefining what a coding assistant can even do.
So, after running through this incredible lineup, what's the big picture here? What does the rise of these unbelievably powerful partners really mean for the future of building software?
So let's do a quick recap of your new AI toolkit. For anything AWS specific, you've got Code Whisperer. For ridiculously fast prototyping, Replit Ghostwriter is your go-to. For an editor that's actually built for AI, you've got Cursor. The undisputed king of auto-completion is GitHub Copilot. And for that high-level, big-picture thinking, you've got the power duo ChatGPT and Gemini.
And that really brings us full circle, back to that first question we asked. The core message here is crystal clear. AI is not here to take over human creativity. It's here to supercharge it. By letting these tools handle all the repetitive, boring grunt work, developers are freed up to focus their brainpower on the bigger, more creative, and more interesting problems. Which leaves us with one final and pretty exciting question to think about. With these amazing new partners working alongside them, what are developers going to build next? What kinds of problems, the ones we used to think were impossible, are suddenly within our reach? The future of coding is collaborative, and you know what? It has never looked more exciting.